Hi guys, so today I wanted to show you a really quick look. I'm actually going to do the look without foundation. So if you want to see this look, then keep watching. So I'm going to take my eyeshadow primer, and you can use any primer of your choice. And this is going to ensure that my eyeshadow is not going to move. Now for today's look, it's not going to be a lot of eyeshadow. It's just going to be like a quick sweep of color. Next, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. And you can use any brow product of your choice. This is an eyebrow cream. Now, when you do a look without foundation, which is just really just a look that you want to do when you're trying to get out the door really quick, you want to make sure you get all the important spots. So your brows are very important. And you also will need concealer so that you can cover any discoloration so that it will keep the focus where it needs to be. Now you want the eyebrow area to be really clean, so I'm going to use a little bit of concealer to clean up any hair that looks like it's grown out and to have a really sharp look. I'm just going to blend that in. The next product I'll be using is actually my bronzer. And the bronzer is going to be a little bit darker than your skin. And it'll just give your eyelids a natural look, like you're not really wearing any eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and apply that over my lid. I love fluffy brushes because they get the product on quickly, but it blends at the same time. Next, I'm going to put on eyeliner. And this is going to help to define my eyes. Just going to put a little bit on the top. This is a black. And now I'm just going to smudge it with a small brush. Now, if you're like me and you have smaller eyes, you can widen your eyes with the help of lashes, or you can use a white or cream eyeliner pencil. So I'm just going to put a little bit down the bottom waterline. And this will help to give them appearance of being a little bit larger, especially in the morning if you need a more awake look. Now, I'm going to put on my lashes. I'm just going to take my tweezers. And I have my lashes. And lashes are a great way to make your eyes look larger, especially if you have hooded eyelids like I have. Next, I'm going to put mascara on my bottom lashes, and that's going to complete the look for my eyes. Now you want to put on concealer, and that's going to keep the focus up here in the eye area. I'm going to use a concealer that's a little bit lighter than my eyes that I use underneath my eyebrows. So I'm just going to dab a little bit. When you don't wear foundation, you don't want to put on too much concealer. You don't want it to be noticeable. You want it to really, you want it to brighten, but you want it to blend in with the skin really well. So I'm going to take my sponge, and I'm just going to, you could actually use your finger. I'll do that first, and then you can take a sponge to make sure that it's fully blended in. When you're putting on concealer, you want to make sure that your skin is not wrinkling up underneath your eyes. You can even look up while you're doing it. You want to make sure everything is blended. And I'm using my ring finger because that's the weakest finger on your hand, and this is going to prevent you from getting wrinkles and creasing around your eye area because it's a really delicate area. Now you can go behind and just blend it in with the sponge just to make sure. Now I'm going to take a little bit of setting powder on my sponge just to make sure everything will stay in place. And I'm using very little powder. This type of look is really good for those who have freckles, or even if you have moles like I do and you actually want your moles to shine through, so you can just put makeup around the area instead of piling on product on top of the area. Now I'm going to take a concealer that is the same, it's close to my skin tone, and I'm going to put it on any areas that I feel are discolored, and I want it to be a smooth canvas. So I'm going to put a little bit around my lip area, and this is really good to do before you put on your lipstick, and that's going to keep the focus there as well. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my cheek area. And the areas that you put it on may be different from mine. You may have like, you know, if you have a bump or something that you're trying to cover up, then you can put the concealer there. I normally like to let my concealer sit for 1 or 2 minutes just to kind of set in, and then it'll make it easier for it to stay put when I'm trying to blend it out. So I'm just going to pat that with my sponge. It's just going to give your face a cleaner look without having a full face of foundation on. And I'm just lightly patting that in. Next, I'm going to set the area with a powder that is the same color as my skin tone. And I'm not using a lot of powder. I just want it to set in place. And this will be the good time to put powder in areas where you may get oily, like your T-zone, and maybe on your nose and a little bit on your cheek area. Now my camera actually cut off, so the next step that I did was put on bronzer. And I just use a big bronzing brush by Real Techniques. Bronzer, you want to apply it in the areas where the sun would naturally hit your face. So I just put it around my forehead, on my cheeks. You can run a little across your nose and then some across your chin. And that's just gonna warm up your look. Now it's time for cheeks. So you can use any product of your choice. You can use blush on top of your bronzer if you want a little more saturated look, a look that's gonna pop a little bit more, or you can use a highlighter. And so if you just want like a nice glow, you can use a highlighter. So I'm gonna use a gold highlighter. I'm gonna take my fluffy brush and I'm just gonna apply it on top of my cheekbone. You can also apply the highlighter wherever you would like. I like to enhance the cupid's bow on my lip, so put a little bit there. You can put a little down the center of the nose. And then on the chin. But this all depends on you and the type of look that you want. Now for the lipstick, I'm going to do a nude lip, which I rarely do. Me and nudes have a love-hate relationship. So I'm going to use it's actually kind of like a dark burgundy. This is by NYX and it's called Y2K. A dark brown would work. So I'm just going to line the outside of my lips. And I've already applied my moisturizer, my lip balm, so. And I'm just going all around the outside. So it'll look something like this. And the more of the dark color that you get, of course, the deeper your nude will be because it's going to be blended with a lighter color. I'm going to take my nude color. It's by Give Me Glow Cosmetics and it's called Grunge. And I'm going to put that right on top. And I'm just using a little bit because I'm not sure how the nude is going to blend out. And you can just rub your lips together. You can use a brush if you would like. And now I'm going to take my lip gloss, which is by Mashonda Collection, called Fearless, and I'm going to put that right on top. And you can leave it matte or you can do it glossy. So tell me what you think. If you like my tutorials, if you want to see more, if you want me to talk about anything in particular, just send me a message and I will try to do more videos. You can find me on YouTube under Brandy Page. And then also I'm offering virtual makeup classes. So if you're interested in taking a class with me and getting more in depth about anything that I've talked about, feel free to send me a message, or you can email me at brandypagemua@gmail.com. Thanks, guys.